Hey guys, it's Brevort. Whoa. And we are back on the Let's Play world today. And I was thinking with the new projectile changes, I was wondering how hard it would be to fight a wither, because that was one thing we didn't do last episode. I've upgraded to the 21A snapshot. So I thought today we would fight a wither. I'm gonna eat a suspicious stew to refill my saturation. Uh-oh. Give myself regen and strength. That was really loud. Alright. Oh my goodness, he is so loud. This is... I do this every time there's a wither fight. It's like get my eardrums blasted out. I'm assuming I'm gonna need to turn on hitboxes to be able to hit him. Yeah, it's a little bit harder than I was expecting. Whoa, I think I just got launched. Alright, I cannot eat yet. Although it's also going to make it harder for him to hit me. I don't know why that one bounced off him. That was weird. So, as long as I focus, I feel like it should be pretty easy. Okay, there we go. Okay, not too bad. I don't like having to use the healing potions halfway through, but I can't really get it down without doing that, so not ideal, but whatever. I used to be able to get them down in under 45 seconds, but that was not the case this time. Ah, shoot. Come on. I don't have thorns, so this should be a little bit easier than normal. Oh, come on! He shot right over the creeper. You know what it is? This guy has punch too. Punch also, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's launching me quite a ways. Yeah. It's kind of funny. There's another creeper here. Let's see if we can get him to... Whoa! To kill this creeper. I get him once with the shovel. Actually, I think I could do 2 hits with the sword, because this is netherite. Or it's a sword, not an axe. The axe does more damage. I usually use axes. Why is he not going in the water? Okay, we might get it here. Oh, come on. Alright. What one is it? It is Chirp. Okay. Alright, we got another couple creepers over here. Let's see if we can get him. Alright. I don't know what this skeleton has on his... Oh, yeah! Is this also the same one? I think it might be. Yeah, it is. I always get them in pairs. I don't know why. I mean, it's just RNG, but it's kind of funny that it always works out that way. Uh-oh. I don't know how much damage I did there. Oh no, not a baby zombie. Why are they wearing the same armor too? That's crazy. Come on. Come on. Oh, it bounced off the creeper. Darn it. Oh no. Ah. What's with all the baby husks? Come on. I would like to get another a few more music discs, because right now I don't know how many I have. I know like Pig Step I only have 1 of. Alright. Oh, it's Wait. That's my favorite disc. Oh, I actually do have 2 copies of Pig Step, because I have like 1 copy of each disc in here. Oh, I have like so many copies of Pig Step. Jeez. I didn't realize I had that many. Okay, I thought I only had 1. Whoops, the one that I do have only 1 copy of is the creator one. Not this one, but the other one, the green one. I also only have 1 copy of Far and Strad. And yes, I know you can make music disc farms, but I like to do things like manually, I guess is the term. It's just a lot more fun for me. Same thing with like wither skeleton farming. I could make a farm for it, but I kind of just enjoy the grind of doing it manually. All right, so that's enough messing around for today. I've headed to the passive mob island, and I am constructing a beacon here. So my thoughts on the wither fight were it's not too much more difficult as long as you focus. And a lot of times when I am doing a wither fight, I don't focus. I think now we'll kind of have to. So I don't mind that. I don't mind it taking a little bit more skill. I was expecting it to be like significantly more difficult, and that is not the case. So I am happy about that. So yeah, now we have a beacon that should cover this whole side of the island, and then we might need to move the far one over a bit further. Maybe? We'll see. Do you see it? There's a full diamond zombie just spawned. Is this gear enchanted too? I can't tell. I think it is. That's even rarer. And he has a shovel. So yeah, he just came across the bridge. I was lighting up the area with jack-o'-lanterns, and he came across the bridge. So I think we're going to keep this guy, because that is very, very rare. I do got to be careful, though, because I do have Thorn's armor. Don't take damage on me. There we go. Perfect. Yay. So yeah, let me know what you guys think I should do with this guy, because I definitely want to keep him alive, kind of like our charged creeper over there. However, he's also pretty chatty. And I think I don't want him in here because he'll be really annoying. So we got to put him somewhere where he'll be nice and quiet, but also somewhere we can visit him if we want. So one quick thing I want to do here is we've got our dragon head here. I want to set it up to a daylight sensor so that when it goes nighttime, then the dragon head, like the dragon awakens and starts trying to nibble. I don't know what he's going to try to nibble, but he's going to start moving his head, because if you don't know, I assume you know, but you might not. If you power the dragon head with redstone... Wait, what? Wait a sec. There must be something behind here powering it, eh? Yeah, okay. So I guess it broke at some point. Huh. That is very interesting. But anyway, I want to make it so that instead of going constantly, I want to make it so that it goes depending on the time of day. So that should be pretty easy. I just need to put down some redstone. And I checked on the surface where this is, so it's a perfectly fine spot to dig out. I cannot reach that. There it is. Okay. All right, so invert the signal, and then bam. So now, when it's nighttime, the dragon head should start nibbling, and when it's daytime, the dragon will close his mouth. So let me go put some glass up on the surface so I don't fall in there. Actually, can you pass redstone, or does skylight pass through grass paths? I know beacon beams do, but I don't think that sunlight does. Yeah, it does not. Okay, so let's try something else. We can do a carpet with, and in fact, what we can do to blend it in is we can use a jack-o'-lantern or an end rod, because I have them conveniently here. There we go. Perfect. All right, so I actually adjusted when the dragon head turns on, so I want to see if it's more... It was turning on a little too early, I think, before. Yeah, it seems to be good now. I mean, that's a very rough guess, just based on the fact that I slept and now it stopped. It could have stopped at any point in the night, but whatever. All right, so we are going to tear out this little smeltery system here. I gotta be careful. Oh, okay, I can repair my equipment with that. I want to not waste XP by not going over 30 levels, which is gonna be tricky because there is a lot of XP. So I just gotta make sure I get just enough. Ah, so close. All right, I think instead of aiming far away, I just have to like... Man, I cannot do this. The XP just comes in too quick. It's like 1 XP orb is like a full level because there's so much XP in there. Whoa! Okay, that's a lot of enchantments. Well, excuse me. I'm pretty sure it's too lit up for you guys to spawn. I don't know why these guys are here. So anyways, the reason we are tearing out the reason we have torn out the smeltery is because we are building a bigger and better one and faster and all the good things. So let's get to work on that. One of these 3 blocks is not like the others. We have blackstone, we have polished blackstone, and we have polished blackstone bricks. So which block do you think it is? And you're probably saying it's this one. Well, let's find out. So we go to Instamine this one. Wait a sec. Let me get closer. We go to Instamine this one, and it instamines. We go to Instamine this one, it instamines. We go to mine this one, it no, it doesn't instamine. It, for some reason, takes a hot second to mine. And I don't know why that is the case. Why is the polished blackstone the only one that you cannot instamine? I do not know, but it is very strange. Hey, it works. Okay, how late in the day is it? Oh, it's still pretty early. Okay. I think that's pretty much perfect. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some sorters here. I don't like using item sorters because I just find them to be a really boring way to play the game. But we're gonna do sorters just because I couldn't really think of a better way to do this other than literally just like, hey, here's the smoker chest, here's the blast furnace chest. If you don't want to put it, like, make sure you put it in the right spot or it's going to go in the wrong spot and get stuck. So this is what we're going to have to do. Are you kidding me? I didn't bring redstone or torches. Okay, portals seem to be a bit glitched out in this snapshot. Okay, this is my first time trying to use the nether portal since I've been in the pre-release. And apparently you cannot use nether portals. That's a pretty major bug. Okay. Okay, we can bypass it with ender pearls. That's good. Does it fix itself if we reload the world? I'm curious. Yeah, we can't use portals either way. Interesting. They were like, you guys complained about the distance you have to be to portals to teleport. Well, you know what? We're gonna make it so you can't use portals at all. Yeah, I reloaded the world and I still can't use portals at all. All right, well, good to know. Fix it, Mojang. All right, so now we have to go around our world and collect everything that we want to be able to auto blast or auto smoke. I've already gone ahead and collected all the ores, so not all the ores, but all the ones that we're going to be doing. So we got ancient debris. Wait a sec. That should be... Why is that not... Oh, I am an idiot. I put these all the wrong way. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I think it's going to be in here now. Yeah. I guess maybe 42, so that way it's actually, because it'll have one always in here, just because of the way item sorters work. So let's see, I guess we'll do nether gold in here. This is designed in such a way that even if this fills completely up with the item that we're sorting, it's never going to bleed over into the next one over. If you do like all the slots the same item, it can bleed over. So, and also there's two different designs to this. This is the one that's like bleed proof, like overfill protection type of thing. So that's good. So I guess the way I can do this is put it in for here. Although I don't think I actually want copper in this one. I think I'd rather have iron. Probably. And then, oh boy. Okay. Gold here. And then copper. Not that it really matters, but, and then if I do that, it should automatically go into there. Why is there gold in multiple spots? I have no idea how that got in there. Wait a sec. I thought I pulled... Oh, was that a visual glitch and it showed iron and it showed gold instead of iron? Or did I imagine that and that was iron the whole time? That was weird. I'm concerned, and I don't know if I should be concerned for myself or the game. So yeah, now we have to go around our world and collect 41 of every food that can be smelted. I think we should have most of them here, so that's good. Can you smelt chorus fruit in the smoker? Because it is a food, but it doesn't make a food. Like, it doesn't cook the food. Well, it does, it just doesn't cook it in a way that you can eat it. Ooh, this might be the perfect opportunity to use my passive mob farm. It's coming along. It's somewhat done. Not done well or complete or anything. All right, so I don't like the way this is done, but I have to shut off all of the what are they called? Ender pearl stasis chambers in our world, because if I don't, all the mobs that are around them are counted towards the passive mob cap while I'm at the passive mob island. So I just have to like do this to all of my Ender pearl stasis chambers, which makes me a little sad, but it's okay. All right, so the way this works is I turn my render distance down so that just this island or this island chain is loaded, and then I watch for this number right here to go up, and then when it hits like 10 or so, then I go down, kill all the mobs, and repeat and come back up here. And that is how this works. So basically, spawn is right over there in the middle of the ocean. There's no mobs at the spawn island, and it's like spawn proofed, so no mobs can spawn there. Whoops. And then when we're here, all the passive mobs will spawn on these islands, on the grass platforms. And I'm working on clearing out all this area down to like Y30, just so that we have room to move them out of here, like build like tubes and stuff. And also we can stack platforms. I don't think they need skylight actually to spawn. They just need enough light, period. So we can put like glowstone or whatever in and they'll spawn. However, you'll notice that this goes very, very slowly. The reason is, for one, this is not a lot of spawning spaces. It looks like a lot, but it's really not. For two, the passive mob spawn cycle is 400 times slower than the hostile mob spawn cycle. So take the most efficient hostile mob farm you can have and divide that by 400, and that is the most efficient passive mob farm you can have. And you can see it just went up to 4 now, the C value, and now there are sheep which we can kill. And I should be shearing them and then killing them, but it's fine. I have enough sheep wool in my world that I'm not worried about it. So check this out. We've got one passive mob in our world somewhere, and it just went down to 0. Which you might be thinking, wait a sec, how is that possible? Because in Java Edition, passive mobs don't despawn. So what's going on? Well, I will tell you exactly what is going on. There was a chicken jockey somewhere in the world, and it was a quantum chicken jockey because we didn't know whether it was a chicken jockey or just a regular passive mob until it despawned. But because it despawned, because chicken jockeys despawn while regular chickens don't, we now know that it was indeed a chicken jockey. All right, we only need raw rabbit now, so I came out to the desert for this. So essentially, that chicken jockey existed in a state of superposition between being both a chicken jockey and a normal chicken until it despawned. And there's no way to know without... there's no way to observe it or observe its state without it despawning. At least in survival mode. So it is a quantum chicken jockey. Are you ready to fire it up? Let's do this. We've got a shulker full of lava buckets. We're gonna pop it up here, and here we go. Oh, that did not work. Oh, maybe hoppers can't put items into storage minecarts, or it's not passing under it for long enough. Interesting. All right. Oh, wait. Now it's working. It's very unpredictable, it seems. Where are they all ending up? Oh, they're all going into the first hopper. Okay. Not a big deal, honestly. I think I'm going to use bamboo for this and have like an auto farm for it. So, yeah, we will worry about that another time. It's working-ish, kinda, somewhat. I don't know. Okay, here are the buckets. So I also want to add a part where you can input full ore blocks, like the raw gold blocks and the raw iron blocks, and have a crafter uncraft them for you, and then have them go into the furnaces. So yeah, I'm assuming this is empty now. Yeah, we're gonna need to go get more. I missed when they added this, but you can just right click on leads now and just like take all of them or like take them back without having to like break the mob off the lead, which is pretty cool. Oh. Whoops. Well, that'll have to be it for now. It is time for the comment of the day, and I accidentally hit enter when I was going to see what episode number we were on, so this is just E. So anyway, it says, the arrow change might make PvE more difficult, but it'll make firing arrows with allies like dogs and other players better. So yes, that is something I did overlook. I didn't really consider, like, what is the PvP like with other players now or with mobs now? And especially with arrows, where if you have a normal bow or like a fully enchanted bow, it has power on it. Unlike if you're doing things with allies, a lot of times people use smite instead of sharpness. So for PvE, because smite does less damage to players but more damage to most mobs. So the changes to the arrows... Oh yeah, I forgot. We can't use portals that way. The changes to the arrows should make things like... if you're aiming for... I didn't bring arrows, but let's say I'm aiming for... why is there no mobs at all? Okay, I wasn't expecting to fall in a hole. Let's say I'm trying to shoot a zombie, but I have a dog in front of me, or like an entire dog army, and I'm accurate or precise, as they used the word, and I wasn't a fan of the way they used it. It would more precisely hit the mob you are aiming for instead of other mobs that just happen to be in front of it and kind of close because it had that tolerance margin. So it is kind of interesting, and it does affect other mobs, so it actually makes skeletons less accurate. So yeah, so all in all, yes, it definitely does make PvE more difficult, as we've seen the last two episodes. However, It also does make PvE easier if you're doing, not necessarily easier, but less inconvenient, I guess, for if you're doing it with other things. So I completely agree with you on this, and I do see why they, if that's the case, why they implemented it, but also why didn't they just say that in the changelog? Like, I'm not questioning you for this. I'm questioning Mojang. Like, if this is the reason for the change, why didn't they just say, like, this should make it so you don't accidentally shoot your pets or other players that you're also fighting with, not like against, but in allyship with? Like, why didn't they say that instead of being like, this will make arrows more precise? And it's like, but it makes it actively harder to aim now. So it was very confusing the way it was worded. I will stand by that, but I'm at the point where I don't mind the change, and I'm happy that it got implemented. Maybe not happy, but I'm content with it. That's how I'd put it. I'm not upset by it. I don't think I ever was upset by it. Anyways, I'm rambling. This has been the episode. I will finish the build in the next one, or between episodes, probably somewhat between episodes. And I will see you guys soon. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.